Welcome to Shweta's Talkies Season 1. Let's chat and have some fun. People, their lives, their struggles and their joys. Faces, their truths and their beauty. Things of value, not price. I'm old school and I'm blunt. I like to explore things. I like to explore people and their emotions, places and their truths. Join me for Shweta's Talkies.
Today I'm with Mr. Amit Sarda. Words fail me. He's a dear friend, a dynamic leader in the world of wellness and beauty. Way before Forest Essentials came to town, Body Shop came to town, was Soulflower. Homegrown solutions for beauty, which our mums and grandmums did in their kitchens. Amit has managed to put it in tiny little beautiful bottles of serums and creams and pastes and keeping us beautiful. I use it. Welcome to Shweta's Talkies, Mr. Sarda.
Thanks.
How are we today?
Very good.
I have seen you talking on television about your brand with more passion than a lot of us feel about the latest on Netflix.
Okay.
You've been around for 22 years. It's been a quite steady growth with its own set of issues that you very deftly managed. I know it. People have witnessed to it. I want to know how it started.
So it started somewhere in 2001 when me and my co-founder both were planning to do something which was close to nature, but also to make sure that how we can have a business which can take care of a lot of animals and nature at large. Hence this whole concept of Soulflower got evolved. Simple concept to give you something which is there in nature in a form of a bottle or a soap. That's what we have been doing over years. And that's been the journey for last 22 years.
Why nature? Was it something you grew up in? Is that something you
Yes.
missed being in the cities and wanted to go back to?
I'm born in Mumbai, but I have grown up in a place called Ahmednagar. A lot of greenery, a lot of animals. I have grown up with them. And I think when I came to Mumbai, I realized that one thing which Mumbai misses is that feel of nature that you can't get it in Mumbai. And I think that was something which I wanted to do, my co-founder wanted to do. Both came together. She's an architect specializing in landscape. So that got both of us together. That synergy.
It was a proper M&A, wasn't it? A merger and
Very much,
acquisition
very much.
of souls.
Yes.
And came
very much.
Soulflower.
Very much.
What was the thought behind naming it?
That was my co-founder Natasha who had named this brand. And the concept is what brings you happiness. So when people see something nice, it might be a rose, it might be just any good lilies or any flowers. But we thought, can there be a flower which makes your soul happy? And hence Soulflower comes in play, which is beautiful, very aromatic. So all our products are naturally aromatic, made out of essential oils. And that's the core of the product and the brand.
You're now in every major retailer. Amazon, Flipkart.
Shopper Stop, Lifestyle, Reliance, Lulu, anywhere. A lot
And
of
you're
pharmacies.
sitting right there with all the other super premium luxury brands as well.
I think we are with super premium luxury brands also, we are mid premium also, and mass brands also. I think today the way India is moving, there is a product, there is a consumer, for people come together, match it and buy it. For us, being there is very important because that's the only way you could reach out to number of people.
You will have a Khas essential oil for aroma,
Yes,
and you have Kumkumadi for face.
yes,
You have a lot of oils for face,
yes,
which did really exist a while ago. I mean, we were all sold on creams, wasn't it?
Yes.
Is there a story?
yeah, big story.
Oh, there is a big story.
Very big story. I think I am also born in a time when my family members used to use oils. My mom started using a lot of ointments and creams. She still enjoys it. But when I used to look at my grandmom, when I used to look at people around, and they used to have impeccable skin. Then I used to read newspapers where I used to see ads, oils are bad, this is bad, use lotions, use creams, use serums.
You're talking which year now? You're talking about the 70s?
No, not 70s, but it started exactly in somewhere around 98, 99 when all the MNC companies, international brands started coming in. Because they do not have any heritage. They do not have anything which can, be derived from nature. And I realized that we have such a profound knowledge, history of using ingredients, be it Ayurveda, be it naturopathy. Could we do something very unique? Can we come out with something which is like Ayurveda with a twist? can we use all natural products, and do we really need preservatives? So
Do we really need preservatives?
So, looking at the recipes which have been in use in this country or in ancient India, there were no preservatives. The ingredient itself were preservatives. So,
Interesting.
be it like tulsi being used somewhere, be it like lavender being used somewhere in northern India, be it like rosemary being used in many parts of the country now. So, these are like, you have numerous preservatives which are available for yourself. Why do you use something which is coming from an external country and it is also not so good for your skin? All our soaps are preservative free, all our oils are preservative free. We do not use even a single preservative in our
And they
product.
smell great. I've used them.
Yes, they smell great, they make you feel great.
Who would be similar?
Internationally, Rituals is a good brand.
Rituals, yes.
Rituals is a good brand. I think Fresh to an extent is a good brand. I think India is still slightly away from getting close to the nature, though we are very much having everything possible.
Yes.
Interestingly, the world's largest, my competitors, there are more two competitors, Young Living, doTERRA. Most of them source everything from India. If you look at Rituals, it's exactly everything is about India. And they are selling to the world, and it's a luxury brand. Be it Young Living, again, a lot of sourcing from India. Be it doTERRA, a lot of sourcing from India. Fresh, a lot of sourcing from India. So I'll tell you one experience of mine. One day my godfather calls me, he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "Would you like to come and meet the President of India?" I said, "Wow." So he said, "Just send me an email with your picture. I will get that appointment because we'll have to go through the protocol." We reached the Raj Bhavan where the President was there. 1 o'clock the meeting was. APJ Kalam Saab.
Oh.
And
How old are you when this happened?
very young. So it was just because he was there only for a term. We enter there and we sit with him and I started talking to him, and my friend carried a book, Vision 2020.
Okay.
And I started asking him because I was all in this herbs and things coming from Jharkhand, Bihar, so many places. We get all this natural herbs from all this around Uttarakhand. So I told him, "Sir, we have so much of resource. We have large resource of aluminium, iron, so many things we have. But still we are not even like number 2, number 3 then."
In which field? Number 2, number 3 in
any of this, minerals,
general,
ores, whichever are there available in the nature. So he asked my friend to open that book and he asked him to write. He said, "Write it down, son. To think small is a crime." And he signed there. That book is with my friend. I think that was the day I realized if I have to think as a brand also, I cannot think only for India. I have to think for the world. Because India has that power to reach out to each and everybody, which is happening now. You see India is everywhere. It is rocking, shining, happening. So I think that was that time or that moment which made me realize if we really want to become big, we have to start thinking big. And not only thinking big, but India's heritage, the whole concept of naturopathy should go all over the world. So as a brand, we are in India, we are in USA, we are in Japan, we are in Australia, we are pretty large in Saudi Arabia.
I'm curious, how's the acceptance in Japan?
They do not have the sources what we have. Let's say like castor oil, which we sell a lot in Japan.
They don't have it.
They don't have it. And they love it. It is for hair, it is for skin. I think this kind of markets, they really love natural products. They understand the value of it. And they definitely, the products are sold there as premium because, the whole shipping and everything is there. We are doing fairly good in Saudi Arabia. We lead the market in UAE. So these are few pockets where we have actually concentrated a lot and made it a big there.
You're a clean beauty brand.
Yeah.
It says farm to face.
Farm to face.
Had you done it 15 years ago, it would have met with, I don't know what that is. 10 years ago, they would have said, I think it's getting there. And now it's an established brand, farm to face, as a thought process. And you've been delivering it for a while now.
So I'll tell you another story, and
I like stories.
I'll tell you. So we started our journey in Thailand, Bangkok, where we started, and 2003 is the time when we started retailing in India. And we realized, to come to India, it's best to go to the large players like Shoppers Stop, then Pantaloons, Future Group. A lot of players were there. When I used to meet them, most of the people actually told me in a nicer way that you're mad, you're crazy. You are not going to succeed in a country where people buy 20 rupee soaps and 10 rupee soaps. In India, there are 1240 odd towns which are registered in the census. We deliver to 1200 plus towns.
Tier 3 is 31%.
31%.
Wow. Okay.
And why this? Because aspiration lies in each and every part of this country. And that is what our journey started with. And we realized that for us to reach somebody's home through that oil was much easier. Well, we cater to around 3 million customers on an active level.
Oh my God.
And yeah, so that is where our customer base is. And people love us. People are using our products for last 20 years. People write to us sometimes, it's so funny that we get calls also many a times to our call center, and they ask, I like to talk to some founder or messages. We interact, we engage. Lots of incidences, small incidences where we see that how people want to experience the urban side of India's experience. Like let's say you stay in Delhi. What experience you have in Delhi in your own washroom in terms of your products. Somebody in Uttarakhand, very small town in Uttarakhand also will love to do that. Because that is where the aspiration of Indians is. We all love the best things in life.
I used a few products. I love the kumkumadi oil.
Thank you.
It's just the way it feels and smells, and it's beautifully packed. How do you overcome that as a brand?
So kumkum word comes from kesar,
I see.
saffron. So it has saffron, it has magista, it has almond oil, lots of things are there. But the way it works on your skin, with your comedogenics of your skin, it gets easily absorbed so fast that it gives your skin the feel, moisturizing, it gives it nourishment also, plus it gives you glow. Now what is glow? Glow is nothing but it's a reflection, it's a refraction, yes. So that's how it works. But imagine just you are applying pure kesar mixed with an oil. Just keep it in the oil at your home and apply that oil every day on your face. You'll see a lot of glow.
Recently I interviewed a ghee brand.
Okay.
And they said the original beauty moisturizer
Was ghee.
Was ghee.
But still there.
There
So
still is.
ghee is great for your hair conditioning. Ghee is great for your skin. So there are a lot of benefits. It's a fatty acid. You use any sort of fatty acid on your skin. It might be oil, it might be ghee. And ghee is a saturated fat. So that's an advantage.
How did you survive with an onslaught of international
So
brands?
I'll tell you something very interesting. And in 2007, we were planning to launch our first own store, and we did our plan. We signed up a place also in Malad, and everything happened. I was entering two venture capitalists, Sandeep
nice.
Murthy and Sandeep Singhal, and we were having conversation, and how they started talking to me that how a brick or mortar store versus an online opportunity, which is in US as of now, then how it can come to India and can make no difference. I think that whole conversation made me think that, is it that should we invest in a website and start a D2C thing, or should we start a store? Money was limited. So I came back, I spoke to my co-founder. I think it took us 2 months. We picked up few people from IIT to do our website, got them the logistics placed, everything. And in 2007, we were up and running on online. So then it was very small online, but yes, we are like one of the first D2C actual in this category, first D2C players to start an online
Let me
business.
understand. You went from click to brick primarily, or brick to click.
Brick to click.
Is the audience getting younger as we speak over a period of time?
Pre-COVID and post-COVID. Pre-COVID, our average customer age was 25 to 44. Today, our average age of customer is 16 to 34.
Oh,
And it's not small. It's 40% of our consumer is only 16 to 24 today. 16 to 24 is 40%.
they are not using anti-aging. What are they using?
So they use hair oil. India is the fastest balding country. And
Fast.
most of the guys who get into dating scene, who want to look nice when they get into their first job, for them hair is very important. See, women have hair thinning issues, men have hair fall issues.
Right.
And definitely your diet, you're using too much of SLS based shampoos brings you that problem.
But it's also like a DNA type.
No, not at all. DNA does not hit you till 45, 50. Don't worry at all.
So I see in your product range you have a substantial offering for men.
Men buy like this in a straight line. They go, they just pick up, move out. Women go and browse. Now, let's say I have to convince a guy to buy my soap. He might not understand it well, but the woman goes through the ingredients. She gets into that detail. Oh wow, this is preservative free. This is great. We just want that woman to go and put that soap on the bathroom shelf.
And what if they do the single?
Single people also have somebody or the other in the family. Now India is becoming very nuclear. Their mothers, their sisters, and we have seen so many women being our best advocates. They have actually been going and placing those products in their bathroom shelves. And then men start using it. Our soap customer, the majority of our customer, when we look at our data, is men.
Oh.
That's the biggest customer base we have. Though we always showcase a woman, but that's how it is, because you need that advocacy. You need somebody to go and talk about that product.
I think my show's demographics is mostly 80% men. I think
So
I'm
that's
doing
good. So we get some business.
I'm doing,
So that's
I'm doing
good.
something right here.
So nice. No, men are a large base of customer. Plus they continue to use it for a very long time. They do not change brands so easily. Very tough for a guy to change a brand.
Very tough. Oh
Very
yes,
tough.
they have a lot of brand stickiness
Very
to
tough,
it.
very tough, very tough.
I'm sure it's now easy to look at your consumers' changing tastes and nuances when you have digital. How did you manage earlier days?
I think not only digital, I think even when...
Phone, WhatsApp, I mean.
Not also WhatsApp. I think even when we were only selling through shopper stops, lifestyle kind of places, then also it was very easy. Again, a very simple incidents I'll tell you, and how insights come from places. So I was, planning, and we went to one big four to get some analytics and all done, and we got a proposal, and just that same evening I was
By
talking
big
to
four for
somebody.
the audience, he means the top 4 big consulting firms for
Consulting
business.
firm. So I went to them, we had an interaction and we were talking, and then one fine evening I had a gentleman who was CEO of one of the largest Indian corporates. He was over for dinner and I was talking to him, and I used to speak to him in Marathi, he used to speak to me in Marathi. So I explained to him, this is what I am doing. So he asked me how much you want to spend on this. So I told him that amount. He said, why are you spending this?
On
I
what?
said,
On this is
on
marketing.
just to understand. He said the best consumer insights come from going and asking customers who are buying your product as another consumer. So I'll give you an example. So I actually understood. I went to Shopper Stop, Bandra. I was in the basement there for half a day or one day, I think so. And I met a lot of customers, just not as a brand representative. When they used to go to the cash point, they paid for the product. Then I used to ask them that, I don't have heart of buying an expensive soap like this. How did you choose? I'm contemplating to buy. And people gave me a lot of interesting answers. And I meet a gentleman there in his 50s. He bought 4 soaps, charcoal soap. He goes to the counter, he paid the money. I went and I said, sir, just if you could spare a minute. I was also contemplating to buy this soap, but I did not have the heart to buy this soap. He said, son, you should buy it. So I said, why do you say that? Is there something special about this soap? He said, I am a doctor. I am a visiting doctor. I generally treat very senior citizens. I visit Lilavati, I go to Bridge Candy, I go to all possible Just Look, every possible hospitals wherever my clients are. And most of them are in ICU. And I'm not allowed to use much of perfume. But I sweat because I have to drive around, I have to do everything. He said, this soap, since the time I'm using, the smell of my sweat has changed. And our soaps work on physiology. It was always there with us. We always knew.
Did you pick up one of your brands?
Our brand.
He picked up your brand.
That actually made me realize that, this is such a unique concern. A lot of people who do not want to use perfume but want to still smell good. There are several insights, our star sign insights, where we can actually tell people's behavior. So let's say if you're a Capricorn.
Oh, so yes, you have an entire collection based on.
So you are a
star
Capricorn.
signs.
Like if you'll buy a brand and you love it, you are going to be the best advocate for the brand.
Yeah,
Nobody
because I'm
can
going to
beat
use it till I kill it.
You will not only use it, you'll go and propagate about that brand everywhere. So I think those kind of insights come when you actually engage and have
What
conversations.
happens with a
your customer.
Sagittarian?
Sagittarians are the best impulsive customers. So you have anything which is like, just go and pick up, like it's in a very sweet spot. So let's say if you have to buy a mug like this, and if this sweet spot is, let's say 250 rupees, the Sagittarius might just go and pick it up.
And which is the worst zodiac sign for shopping? Who has like absolutely.
So I'll tell you, that's Aries. That's from the data of Shopper Stop also, and our data also. We did a.
Aries are the worst shoppers.
Aries are the worst shoppers. Yes.
Why?
I think they don't flash their loyalty cards so much, or they don't shop much. The best shoppers for us, for Soulflower, is Virgo, followed by Cancerians. Third is Capricorns. So this is how the 3 star signs which shop the best for us.
Now I can't top that.
And another sign is also Leo. And interestingly, Leo shop anywhere between 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the midnight. So see, this is a pattern, and this is how you understand. So this is where digital helps you, that you understand, you get the data. But even if you don't have digital, let me tell you that you can still scan this data if you just have their birth dates.
Wait, Leo shop late in the night. That is
Late
so.
in the night, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
And who are the early morning shoppers? Like psychos?
Virgos.
You actually
I'll
have.
not call them.
They
They are my number 1 customers, and I love them. So Virgos are the customers who generally shop from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, always on our website, and we know exactly what products also they buy.
There is something called ease of use. I get very stressed out with complicated fastenings.
Okay.
So for me, like a suction tube, which you have most of your serums, is easy. The tip of the suction tube, when it's sharp, I don't like it. When it's rounded, it's just easy to smear. Is that a psycho thing to ask, or is it a thing?
No, it is. So there are lots of things. So so let's say this round
What do
table.
you take care of you in your
So
packaging?
I'll tell you. So this brand, when we started, the whole concept of this, every product what we make, we use something called as design thinking. So design thinking is not only the packaging of the product, it's the whole experience from concept to delivery. So the experience which we want to deliver to our consumer should not be only easy, not only comfortable, but also building trust. So for example, our soaps, our chunky soaps, as I said, men are our big customers.
Yes.
They love chunky soaps, they love big soaps. They love the size of the soap
So
because
they can
that's
grip it
huge.
easy.
And that's huge for them. So that's how it works. So as a brand, there are certain trade-offs. You'll always have to look at a product portfolio. Who are you targeting? Who's your customer? Who are you talking to? Who you want to come and buy? So I think that is what works when we look at any product. Let's say Kumkumadi, our majority of customers is women, though men also buy it. But women are our major customers in Kumkumadi. And that's how it relates. So every product has to be well designed.
What are the brands you grew up on? What did your mother use on you?
I think my mom loved a soap called as Came.
Came soaps, yes.
Nivea cream, ointment means
The
lotions and
dish.
moisturizer, the blue color box, the traditional box. These were few of the brands I remember. Then like some or the other things whichever were there, but these were the two profound brands. And yes, one more soap which was Moti soap, very
soap.
popular, very aromatic. Luckily, my mom always loved aromatic things, all natural aromas, things which were like good in terms of smell. So I think that also caught me up. So I love smells. I love just good aroma.
So Amit, clearly entrepreneurially, you're a leader, but knowing you're a keen marketer. How do you propose to compete with the onslaught of beauty skips? You're going to vampire facials, you're going to oxy facials, you're going to peels, changing the face altogether for or identifying as a cream box. What are we looking at? How are you?
So I think as a concept, we always said, remain what you are, be beautiful, be looking whatever the best you want in life. But our core concept is buy at home. What we mean by that is, you can use our products at your own home, with your own leisure time, to give you a desired result what you wish. Now, what you are talking about is a more service sector. As a brand, we don't see ourselves in the service side of the sector. Our focus is always going to be on products to make sure that it reaches your home. You use it at your home or use it in your office, which will give you that happiness in your own time. So that is our focus. And in terms of market, when we look at, the large market is the product market, is the largest. Service market is a very small fraction of this market. Plus, it has too many nuances of experience, place, environment, so many things.
It's become like two things. Either you're going completely extreme or people are completely looking at literally DIY products. I mean, if you look online, it's a large thing.
DIY started in US majorly. India, it got bigger and bigger in the COVID time. Thanks to that period that people started using a lot of natural things. People realized it gave people time to also read. People did not know what India has. It's like saying how tulsi can help you, how rosemary can help you, how lavender can help you, how peppermint can help you. So any of these ingredients when you are using in your product, in any sense, it might be for smell, it might be for hair, it might be for skin. At the end of the day, it has to help you. It has to give you that desired result. And people started seeing that. People started believing more in these natural products. Today's time is people are seeking products which are not only speaking about toxin-free, but speaking right on their ingredients. So I think now customer is asking those questions, not to the seller, but to the product itself, because that is what is changing. People are giving time to themselves. And I think that is what COVID taught them, that can you give time to yourself and also things which you are consuming. It might be food. So Pakistan, which is our neighboring country, not so friendly with us, but in that country in COVID time, the highest search thing was how to make vegetarian food. Imagine a country which consumes meat majorly was searching online on Google how to make vegetarian food, how to make vegetarian biryani, rice. Just imagine, people were changing, people realized.
Was that a search spike?
Search spike. There's a report on Google's website also, that how a vegetarian meal or how, to some extent, healthy meal, sattvic meal can help them to go through stress. You see that food not only gives you or fills your tummy, but also makes you feel good, content.
It balances your body chemicals.
Yeah, so anything.
You yourself being a big vegetarian.
Yeah. So anything. So I'm saying, if you are like, I'm a pitta, by those.
I'm a pitta too.
Yeah, you are also pitta. So kind of foods you need to consume. It's simple thing, right? So, but this is where I think the magic of India lies.
Wow.
There's so much wisdom in this country. It's like just to pick up one thing and start talking about it. And I see so many brands talking about it now.
They are suddenly everybody. I mean, we used to have jamun bachpan mein.
Yeah.
Suddenly, jamun is a superfood.
Superfood, yes.
Superfood.
It might be for diabetes, it might be for fat, it might be for anything.
Antioxidants.
Yes. Antioxidants, yes.
So, if I had to tell you, Amit, tomorrow if you had to leave your factory, what are the 4 superfoods you would grab for sure, or 2 superfoods for sure?
So I love a lot of berries personally. Now also I'll be consuming after this chat. I love jamun, but presently because it is pouring so much, so jamun is not there. Alsi, which is flaxseed, I love that. I consume it.
Alsi. Okay.
And fourth thing is sunflower seeds. So that is also something nice which I consume. And plus, you need to have your salts, you need to have your pepper, whatever you're consuming, in the best possible form.
You really are a soul man. I'm not very surprised the brand is called Soulflower. You literally farm your ingredients in India. You take care of some 3 million cats and 4 million dogs all over Bombay. You feed them. I mean, he takes his car, fills it with food for the cats, and starts driving all over bandstand.
But yes, not only that. Now we have people, so lots
you
of
literally
them,
did it yourself. I've
because
literally
not
seen
only
you
myself, my co-founder also, Natasha, she is always very active and very good at doing this.
If I had to make you count how many dogs and cats you fed, what are we looking at?
It is in lakhs, so no doubt.
in
It's
lakhs.
And we run 3 kitchens every day. There are people who feed hundreds of animals every day. Where my office is, we sometimes get snakes also. We take care of them and we release them in Sanjay Gandhi National Park. We have chimpanzee, monkeys also coming because we are in mid of a jungle in Barol. So what happens is, I think as a brand, as I said, when we started, we said, can we do something for life at large, life in general. So we take care of, as a brand, we are very sensitive towards skin, which is human skin, nature at large, and things which cannot speak, be it animals or be it small children. So we take care of a lot of small children also in some or the other manner.
How can I request you to come up with products especially for menopause?
It is a big challenge, and we do have some regimes where skin goes through a lot of ups and downs. Your moisture, your omega in your body, everything goes haywire. So something which you can intake, definitely, we are not there, but something which you can apply on your skin. Kumkumad is one of them, which is one of the finest products. And another product which is really great for skin and hair, which is a product of India, which is pure castor oil. We sell organic castor oil. And then you have multiple things like lavender, because for mood swing, lavender essential oil is one of the best. So we have a lot of products there.
You're a true embodiment of what I call is homegrown luxury in India. Homegrown products first. Before it became a buzzword. Now it's a buzzword. Everybody has that, oh, we are homegrown and all, but you've been there doing it for a while till it itself became a thing. Where do you see it going from here?
I think as a brand, the positioning, it will still remain the same.
You're not changing that.
Idea is simple for us. How do we reach 60 million customers? That is what we, entitle ourselves to.
Is 60 million customers? What is 60 million?
60 million globally. We seek like 60 million smiles, happy customers all over. And that is what our objective is, and that is what we are working on.
Any new products coming in soon that we must
Several
know
products,
about? We should be tuned into.
Several products are one of our product range, which is based on rosemary, which is camphene by nature, and camphor also you can call it. It does very well for hair and skin. So interestingly, hair growth and hair fall has nothing to do with hair. Hair is dead protein.
Excellent, I had no idea.
It is just the scalp skin. So if you work on your scalp skin well, your hair is not only going to remain for many years, but is also going to remain healthy. You have good hair, so you don't need to worry
I'm
much.
trying.
Yeah. Next, this month we have another 2-3 launches which are happening.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, more to do with hair and skin. And that is the journey, continuously keeps on going, and sometimes we keep on changing products also. Recently we launched a lot of range in Oud, so the whole Oud range, which is about soaps.
Yeah, I mean it's exploded, hasn't it? It's everywhere.
Yeah, so that's doing well. Again, Oud is from India or Indonesia. These are the 2 countries which produce Oud most. So I think everybody all over the world is loving India and things which India makes.
I'm so happy.
So that's a time now. So we are in a good time, good phase of our journey.
As an entrepreneur, whoever is starting today, What would you tell your old self if you started a business again? What would you tell the young ones from your side? And this is literally made from hands.
I can only say keep taking chances. And when you start feeling that, oh, you have achieved something, start thinking what next chance are you going to take. I think certain times it makes me also slow, thinking, oh, I've done this, and I've done this. And then that's the time when my co-founder will come and shake me up, oh, you have not done this, you have not done this, you have not done this. I think that is when, you need to keep on questioning the status quo.
Are you a big risk taker?
Yes, I am. I'll say when I say risk taker, I take decisions much faster.
Informed risks.
So I'll not say informed or non-informed. So I can't talk like a person who wants to showcase the world that whatever I've done is always right. I think I just believe in taking decisions because my confidence comes from taking those actions. So if you ask me for a big deal also, like many a times we have done deals or done things just sitting across the table and it's just happened. So it's so easy sometimes. And then you decide and then you think that, oh my God, how did we decide on going about that? I think then you can make a story. But let me tell you that when I take decision, it's just like, okay, I speak to few people, maximum, like might be like 10-15 minutes time, take a call, do it.
Thank you so much for that fabulous
Thanks a lot
time,
for having
Amit.
me in your Shweta Stockies.
All the best for
Thanks.
the future.
All
We
the
meet
best to you
soon.
also.